Hello my people, I welcome you again to my YouTube channel. This is Paul Nkulikiyimana official, where we deal with ICT and the computer science. So now, today's lesson, we are going to look at something within a programming where you can be asked to write a program which will print out the sum of two numbers. The sum of two numbers can be initialized before, or numbers can come from the user as an input. So now, for sure, let us start. I use immediately my coding software, which have been downloaded from Play Store. So then I open it, and now from here, in my previous video, I have shown you and I have described this syntax of C+ program and how to use it. So now you see, without taking too much time, the job is to print out sum of two numbers. For example, you see. Now, if you are requested to write such kind of program, you need to immediately understand this one. You have to understand what is variable. Variable declarations. You see. So now, this variable declaration here, there are some rules which you can follow once you are declaring variable. This variable declaration, we can also call it variable definitions here. Variable definition. You are defining variables which you are going to use within a program. So now, we have different data type. For example, let us use int. Let us declare two variables, int a, then b. For example, int b. So now, if we declare two variables, as you see, I have declared the variable a and b. This, it will be within the memory. I declared that a and b are storage location which are created within memory, which will hold the two numbers, which hold the two values here within this program. So now, what does it mean? If I try to use this comment here, you see, we can have, this is an input variables. This can be an input this can be input variables here. So now, from these input variables, we can declare an output variables which will hold the result. Let us call it sum. Okay. So now, variables can be initialized so that it will have values during program execution. For example, let us have a equal 10. Let us say b equal, for example, 20 here. So then comma, and now let us calculate the sum here. These sum values, let us call it into, then a plus b here, you see, and then let us call it cout. Let us call it cout, then sum. For example, you can say sum of two numbers. Okay. So then you can say sum here. Okay. So now you see this one. This we can call it variable initialization. Variable initialization here. variable initialization. What does it mean? It wants to mean that once program is executing, it will use this assigned value of 10. So while here we are outputting this value somewhere. So now this, because this is an output variable, we don't need to use this quotation marks here. The quotation marks, they work on only to the statement which will be at the screen. So now let me run code to see whether this can work. Here you see. You see, they calculated the sum. I have told you that this hello world is a statement which will be to the screen because it is within cout. It is within cout, an output function. So now this sum which is calculated here, you see we are taking 10 to be added to 20 to get this sum. So now you can ask yourself, what will happen if there's two values? For example, if there's values are not, what will happen if two values are entered by user, or how this job will be done? You see, first of all, we have initialized A as 10, then B as 20. So now, this is during program execution, the values of A and B were stated, and then what will happen if we don't have those two values? If variable is not assigned to values, what will happen? So now, for sure here, if the values of A and B will be entered by user, it will be easy because, for example, we can use a cout, and then we direct the user to enter two numbers here. For example, two numbers or values. Let us use two numbers here. And then here we use scene function. This scene function to read value from keyboard to main memory. This means scene A and then scene B. Okay, so but this statement scene A and scene B can be easily typed in this way. We can type scene and then A. Okay, then B here, you see, like this. This scene function, we can use two statements, scene A or scene B, but we can use scene A and B, like this one. You see, this can be the simplest form to write this kind of two statements here, as here. You see, scene like this one. You can easily use this simplest form, scene, then A, right shift, scene B. Instead of using this one, you can, however, use this one. There's no problem. This can never generate any mistake. Okay. So now we need to calculate sum. Here you see. And then sum will be equivalent to will be A plus B here. Okay. So then after we need to output sum. We use to output to the screen. We display by using sum, by using cout function, sum of two numbers. For example, sum of 2. Then we can type sum here like this. So now, if you want to display the values of A and B, you can say cout value, for example, value of A, then we put A here, between this binary left shift and end line. Okay. Similarly to B, we use cout, value of B, here, then put, can say here, to make a better output, can say B here. Okay, here you see. So now let us run to see if there is no mistake here. And before we compile this one, I have to remind you this. To write this quotation marks here, this needs to be typed once, not twice. For example, if you type this quotation marks by using, you see this single quotation marks with another quotation marks, you see they differ from this one. You see the appearance, the presentation of this here, you see they are different. So now the computer will give us a mistake there. So let us compile to see if that mistake will be mentioned. You see, and they have highlighted where the mistake is, and they have shown as correction here. You see, the mistake is around here, you see. And then let us say okay, and then let us correct this mistake. We type easily this one, okay, then run. The first statement will be asked to enter two numbers. There you see, hello world, enter two numbers. Now let me enter, for example, first number is 5, second number is, for example, 7. Then you see how the output will be looking like value of A, value of B, and then sum is this one. You see, sum of two numbers. So similarly, if you are asked a calculator program, for example, what you will add within this program, you will add the product variable, you will add every variable which will hold the answer. For example, let us give this one here. I can add product here, and then, for example, let me call it prod. Here you see, and then I have to calculate prod here. Prod as, for example, let us say A, then cross B here, like this. So then let us output the value of product, and product here we are meaning it is an output variable which will hold the multiplication of two numbers. That's why we are saying cout, then product here, then we print product here. You say product as an output variable, then let us this binary left shift here. So now let us run, so that statement we add there you will be asked to enter two numbers, for example 7, for example 9. Then you see the calculated product is around here. I think you get the meaning here. You see, they have printed first two values of A and B. Then now we calculate sum of two numbers and product. So now, similarly to division, modulus, and subtraction, they are the same. What you are asked is only to declare an output variable which will hold subtraction of two numbers. So guys, let us stop by here. This is the second program we develop here, and we will be together. So if you are interested in this, please don't fail to give us comment, share, and subscribe. So thanks.